Hello, prim6. Today we are going to study the central nervous system. Well, your central nervous system, it consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Central means in the middle. In the middle of your body, you are having your central nervous system. It consists of the brain and the spinal cord. The brain and the spinal cord. Your brain is located inside your skull, while the spinal cord is found in the backbone. First, we're going to study the brain, its structure and function. Your brain is located inside a box made up of bone. It is a bony box and its name is the skull. Why? To protect the brain. Also, the brain, it is the main control center of your body. It controls all the processes, behavior, emotion, and even the ideas. So, scientific term, the main control center of the human body, the answer would be the brain. Give reason. The brain is the main control center of the human body because it controls all the processes, ideas, behaviors, and emotion. The brain consists of three main parts, which are cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. The cerebrum, it is the biggest part of the brain. Below the cerebrum, I'm having the cerebellum. At the back area of the cerebrum, I'm having the cerebellum. The medulla oblongata is in front of the cerebellum. Again, the biggest part of your brain, it's called cerebrum or two cerebral hemispheres. Hemi means half. The brain, the cerebrum, it is the biggest part. It is called the cerebrum or two cerebral hemispheres. They are separated by a fissure. There is a fissure between them and they are connected. The two cerebral hemispheres are connected by nerves. So again, the cerebrum, it is the biggest part of the brain. It is divided into two cerebral hemispheres. If I make a longitudinal section inside the brain, I will find that the outer layer of the cerebrum, its color is gray and the inner is white. This outer layer is called cerebral cortex. It's called what? Cerebral cortex. So I call it cerebrum or two cerebral hemisphere. And the outer layer, which is gray in color, is called cerebral cortex. Well, the function of the cerebrum, it receives the impulses or the messages from your sense organ, and then it sends to them the order or the response to the external stimuli. So again, the cerebrum, it receives the impulses or the messages from your sense organ and help them to respond. Also, the memory of the centers of memory and thinking are found in the cerebrum. So by your cerebrum, you can study well, you can memorize the ideas, memorize the emotions, or memorize any events that happened in your last life. By the way, inside your body, you are having two types of movement. The movement that you can control them, like walking, running, talking, moving your body, all these motions happens by your control. These movements are called voluntary actions or voluntary movement. While you are having other movements, you can't control them. They happen even while you are sleeping, like respiration, digestion, your heart beats, or even secreting the saliva inside your mouth. All these actions are called involuntary, because you can't control them. The cerebrum, controls the voluntary actions. The cerebrum controls the voluntary actions. Again, it contains the centers of memory and thinking. It controls the voluntary movement as walking, running, and even speaking. It receives the impulses or the messages from your sense organ and sends the response to them. The second part is the cerebellum. The cerebellum, it is found at the back area of cerebrum. It is below the cerebrum or below the brain. So its location or its structure, it lies at the back of the brain below the cerebrum or below the two cerebral hemispheres. Your cerebellum helps you to maintain your balance while you are moving. So the cerebellum, it controls balance. Cerebellum, balance. Cerebellum, balance. The third part of your brain, its name is Medulla Oblongata. Medulla Oblongata. The medulla oblongata is in front of the cerebellum. It connects the cerebrum with the spinal cord, or it connects the brain to the spinal cord. It is in front of the cerebellum. It connects the brain to the spinal cord. Its function is very important. It controls the involuntary actions like heartbeats, respiration process, and digestion processes. So, damage of your medulla oblongata leads to death. You will die if there is any damage in the medulla oblongata because it controls all the involuntary actions. Well, the second part of the spinal cord of the central nervous system is the spinal cord. As I told you at the beginning of this video, that the central nervous system, it consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Now we are going to study the spinal cord, its structure and function. Well, your spinal cord is like the rope. It moves in a series of channels or discs. These discs are called vertebrae. Your backbone consists of a lot of discs. Their name are vertebrae. So other name for your backbone is vertebral column. So the spinal cord, it is a cylindrical cord that extends in a channel within a series of vertebrae in the backbone to protect it. So your spinal cord is in the backbone, give reason to protect it. Its structure. The outer layer of the spinal cord is white, while the inner layer, its color is gray, and it takes the shape of the letter H. So again, the spinal cord, it consists of internal gray matter in the form of letter H and the external white matter. The function of your spinal cord. For example here, if you touch a hot surface, you will withdraw or you will remove your hand quickly away from this hot surface. And then after that you realize that it's very hot, but you remove your hands automatically or spontaneously, very quickly. Why? Because it is very hot. What helps you to withdraw your hand quickly? Your spinal cord. There are two types of nerves that emerge or comes out from the spinal cord. One nerve is responsible to take the sense impulses and give it to the spinal cord. Then the spinal cord send a message to your muscles through the motor nerves. So again, if you touch the hot surface, the message moves through the sense nerve to your spinal cord. Then the spinal cord gives your muscle an order to contract and withdraw your hand through the motor nerve. After that, the brain sends message to, the spinal cord sends message to the brain so that you can feel the true sense of pain. This action is called reflex action. This action is called reflex action. So again, your spinal cord, it is responsible for the reflexes or the reflex action, such as moving your hands away when you touch a hot surface. Also, the spinal cord, it sends messages to the brain, from your body to the brain, and from your brain to the body. So the spinal cord, it is responsible for the reflexes, and it delivers, or it takes the messages from your nerve to the brain and from the brain to the nerves. Okay. As you have known that your nervous system, it consists of central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system are the nerves that emerge or extend or comes out from your brain and your spinal cord. They consist of cranial nerve. There are 12 pairs of nerves that emerge from the brain. They are called cranial nerve, and spinal nerve, which are 31 pairs that extend from your spinal cord. So again, the peripheral nervous system are the nerves that emerge from the central nervous system. They consist of, or the peripheral nervous system consists of cranial nerve. Cranial nerve, they are 12 pairs and they emerge from the brain. Spinal nerve, they are 31 pairs. 31 pairs emerge from the spinal cord. Well, what is the reflex action? The reflex action, it is the automatic or spontaneous response of the body to different stimuli. For example, if the doctor kick your knee, you will make it a slight kick back if the doctor hits on your knee with a solid object. What happens in this part of the second? See, you are having here your sense nerve. The sense nerve will take the message to the spinal cord. Then the spinal cord gives the motor nerve a message to the muscle, so the muscle contracts and you make a slight kick. After that, the brain or the spinal cord sends message to your brain so that you can feel the true sense of pain. This action is called reflex action. So the spinal cord, it is responsible for the reflex action. And what is the reflex action? It is automatic response of the body to different stimuli. Well, I'm having here some examples of the reflex action. First, making a slight kick when hitting the knee with a solid object. See, you make a slight kick. Also, blinking when something gets close to your eyes. Blinking, you blink quickly when something gets close to your eyes. Well, inside your eye, this black ball, it's called eye pupil. The small black ball inside your eye is called eye pupil. Its size decreases and becomes very, very small if you are exposed to intense light. And it increases in the dim light or in the dark. If you touch a plant, you move your hand quickly, or you withdraw your hand when you touch a plant with a sharp thorn, or when you touch a hot surface. Also, when you smell or taste good food, what happens? You see your mouth secretes saliva. So secreting saliva on seeing or smelling good food. So you find that the saliva, the liquid inside your mouth, its secretion increases. Here other example for the reflex action. Touch the candle, which is the stimulus that happens from outside your body. Message moves through the sensory to the spinal cord, then the spinal cord give order to your muscle to contract through the motor nerve, and then it sends messages. Then the spinal cord sends messages to the brain so you can feel the true sense of pain. The last part in the human nervous system is how to keep the nervous system healthy. First of all, you should reduce drinking stimulating substance as tea or coffee or even the Nescafe. Why? Because they affect the sleeping periods. You can't sleep normally. They make your heartbeat increases and also make you very nervous. They causes nervous tension. Give reason. Reducing the intake of stimulating substance as tea and coffee because they affect sleeping period, affect heartbeat, and causes nervous tension. You must stay away from the pills and tranquilizers. The tranquilizers are types of medicine that you take it so that they can help you to sleep. Also, you should keep away from sitting for a long period of time in front of the computers, TV, playing PUBG, Fortnite, or even Among Us. So you should keep away from these electronics. You shouldn't spend too much time using these electronics. Why? Because they affect your sense organ. They cause exhausting of your sense organs. Also, you should avoid extreme exciting situation. You should avoid extreme happiness and extreme sadness because your nervous system can't withstand this extreme exciting situation. Also, you should keep away from any source of pollution or crowdedness. Also, you should keep away from addiction. Addiction are the substance you take and your nervous system receives them and they get used to them, like drinking wine, beers, smoking cigarettes. All these affect your nervous system badly. They cause retardation of memory and learning. They cause nervous tension. You can't sleep well. They cause sluggishness. Sluggishness means very lazy. And they cause loss of time sensation. They cause sluggishness and loss of time sensation. Give reason. Addiction passively or badly affects the nervous system because it causes nervous tension, sleeplessness, sluggishness, loss of time sensation, and also cause retardation of memory and learning. Also, you should do physical exercises regularly because they keep all your body system healthy. Also, you should sleep well at night. Don't sleep 3 or 4 hours. You should sleep at least 8 hours so that your nervous system can work well. Thank you, Prim6.